Hi, I'm Richard Hoff, and I'm giving a presentation the way that I do. This is an actual case in just a last short while. My garage mechanic, his name is Nelson, and his wife is Betty. They own and run the garage together, and so I invited him to my home and to hear an idea that would bring world peace. And they said, great, they'd like to do that, and so they came to my home. And so here's what I said when after we had a meal. I'd like to give you an idea, Betty and Nelson, that'll bring world peace. Wrong thinking causes war, separation, suspicion, and even hatred between nations and individuals. Right thinking will bring peace. Old way of thinking and acting. My race is better than your race. My religion is better than your religion. My nation better than yours, and on and on and on. This causes separation and conflict. A new way of acting and thinking. There is only one God, and God made all the world one family. God is our Heavenly Father for all the planet Earth. You and I are family. We are citizens of one country, the earth. All religions are one religion, the religion of God. God sent them all. Thinking this way changes our thinking of the world from separation to oneness, from exclusion to inclusion, to including everybody. These are people all over the world that see themselves as one world family. And these are people from Jamaica, Africa, Japan, South America. And they all see themselves as one world united family. These people, you've probably never heard of them. They're called Baha'is. And Baha'is believe that two new messengers came from God. And they want it for this day and age, a whole world will become united and heaven will come on earth like it never had before. The world will be better than it ever had before. So in understanding this, they said there should be one world faith. So God sent the Baha'i Faith to unite all the nations into one religious system. We love all the messengers of the past, Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus, all the religions of the world came from the same God. And then also now there come the time, and the same as the colonies, who really disliked each other and hated each other, most of it was over religion. When they came together under one Constitution and Bill of Rights, this formed this mighty nation, the United States of America. And now we believe the government will start to believe the government is moving in this direction. With the League of Nations first, the United Nations, we're moving in this direction. The Baha'i Faith began in 1844, and this is a picture of the way the world was prior to 1844. 1844 was the year where we went from horseback and on foot to the automobile. And this is the first automobile, horseless carriage. And the first part of this scientific development was the telegraph. Morse stepped to the telegraph in 1844, sent the first message across the world. And the two new messengers of God explained that prior to the telegraph and world communications and world travel, that God, loving all the people of the world equal, sent to each part of the world a divine teacher. And they're the founders of the major religions. So the people in the United States was a Native American Indian. And now when America was discovered by Columbus, now most everyone are Christians. And the people of Africa, and the people of Europe, in that part of the world, most of them believe in Jesus. But the people of Africa, they believe in Muhammad. More people believe in Muhammad in Africa than any other group. In India, it's Lord Krishna. 86 out of 100 are Hindus. And in the Orient, it's Buddha. And so these are the major religions of the world that were formed before world travel and communication. So God, loving everyone in the world equal, sent divine teachers to different cultures to form the different religions that of the world prior to the coming of the automobile. Now that God, through the scientific age, is in the telegraph, world communications and travel, now is the time to unite them all into one common faith, and that's the Baha'i Faith. And the Baha'is have spread all over the world now. We have houses of worship in every nation in the world. We've already built these. Only one is now in the process of construction. That is in Ecuador. And Chile, pardon me, in Chile. And this is our World Center, which is Haifa, Israel. And we've taken a mountain and sculptured the mountain from the top to the bottom, 19 major steps, terraces, most amazing engineering feat on earth. And at the center there's 5 major buildings. And so the 2 new messengers of God that I've been talking about, first was the Bab, who came in 1844, the same year that we have scientific communications. We have a new religion that unites science and religion together as equal partners. In the Bab, I want to read what it says here. The title is The Gate. The Bab is the forerunner of Baha'u'llah. He is the messenger of God. He is the messenger of God who prepared the people for the coming of Baha'u'llah. He declared his mission in 1844 in Iran. After 6 years of suffering and imprisonment, he was martyred. Over 20,000 of his followers also gave their lives for this faith. They were put to death in Iran by the Iranian clergy and the Iranian government. Then the Bab foretold that in 1863 another would come, and his name would be Baha'u'llah. And Baha'u'llah came exactly as the Bab foretold he would come, and I want to read what it says. It says, Baha'u'llah is the messenger of God for this age, and the promised one of all ages. Buddhists, Muslims, Hindus, Christians, Jews, all native religion, all foretold his coming. We have an hour study with the Bible, showing all the places in the Bible that talked about his coming. The same as the Old Testament talked about Jesus' coming. He suffered 40 years of imprisonment. He was exiled from Iran to Akka in the Holy Land, where he passed away in the year 1892. And he appointed that everyone should turn to his son, who was also an Arabic name, Iranian name, and that was Abdu'l-Baha. This is Abdu'l-Baha is an old man. Here he is as a younger man, and he continued to guide the faith, and now the Baha'is have elected 9 people from the whole earth, so the Baha'i Faith will never become divided, because we have the writings of the Bab and Baha'u'llah, and Abdu'l-Baha explained a lot of what they said. We have that in writing, and so the elected world body studies these writings, and it's a guide for bringing world peace to the entire planet Earth. Also, men and women are equal. So in every city, we have an election once a year for 9 people, 21 and over, who make decisions together by consensus. No one is a leader. No one is more important than anyone else. They all are equal. Well, this is an amazing thing. Here's a world, for the first time, religion has one single worldwide organization with writings from God in this day and age that everyone can comprehend. So, may I tell you in just a few words exactly what a Baha'i is? I want to read it to you. I want to give you a copy. I give them a copy, and then I say, a Baha'i is a person who feels that there's just one God. All the races are like the flowers of one garden. The peoples of the world, of whatever race or religion, derive their inspiration from one heavenly source, and that is God. And God sent Abraham and Moses and Buddha and Krishna, founders of all the major religions of the world, have culminated now in the coming together into one unified faith for the entire planet Earth. A Baha'i is a person who feels that this is true. How do you feel about what I just said? Both Betty and Nelson at my table, they said, well, we believe that. I said, because you feel this way, you're a Baha'i. And so I'm simply going to give you a greeting, a Baha'i greeting. It was simply a handshake. I reached over and I shook their hands and I said, welcome to the Baha'i family. And thank you so much. And you can see, I'm sure, how this will bring world peace and unite the peoples of the world into one religious system. And so, in summing this up, I'd like to explain that the Baha'is, these are new things now. Men and women are equal. No clergy. We elect 9 to make decisions together. The writings of God are in the handwritten of the Bab or Baha'u'llah, or dictated to their secretary. And one world religion, one world faith, and etc., etc., etc. And so I'd like to take a couple minutes now, but first I'd like to have you put your name and address. I hand them a sheet of paper, say put your name and address, telephone number, and your birth date, plus the nation you were born in. And I'm going to transfer this to a card. And this is going to be your membership card until you get one in the mail. So here it is. You're going to get it today. Nelson, this is yours. And Betty, this is yours. And I'll transfer the information you gave me onto this card, requesting a membership card for you. So now I'd like to take have you got about a few more minutes, because I want to show you what an impact this is having on the world, because in certain cities in the world, entire cities are Baha'is. In one village in India, 3,000 are Baha'is, every person in that city. And you probably heard all over the news lately how the woman got raped to death, and all the rapings of all the women across India. Well, in this one particular village, the women travel any place on foot or by bike. There's no crime. And they're all studying. They have study materials that are a number of books, and we're going to give you a series of these that you can attend. And it'll show in this video all these people studying together, unified, and this is the beginning of a new world civilization. Everyone united into one common faith, and when all the people believe this way, one of the basic teachings of Baha'i is equality of men and women, and so women are considered equal for the election to the body of 9, for the local spiritual assembly that's elected on a local level, city level, and the other is for a national level. Any man or woman can be elected in the whole United States. So I want to really thank you. Now I'm going to show you this video. It's called Foundations of Learning. I think that's the proper term. And now we're going to go to my computer. I'm going to play it for you. Thank you so much. This is actually a case of new people coming into the Baha'i Faith. That took 21 minutes, and so we're going to make some DVDs from this. Thank you.